Hi, and welcome to video 10 of the informational webinar series on the rules for certified school-age childcare centers. In this video, we will cover the following topics from the rules: furniture, play materials, and outdoor space. My name is Christina Christian. I work for the Office of Child Care as a regional manager in the Tualatin Field Office. The Office of Child Care hopes that you find this video series informative and supportive in learning about the new Certified School-Age Center rules. During each video in the series, we will explain some of the key features of the School-Age Center rules. One of the new features is that the rules have been organized differently to help make information easier to find. While we are highlighting many key features, changes, and new rules throughout this video series, the entire rule set will not be reviewed. Please refer to the School-Age Center rulebook for the full list of requirements and rules. Okay, let's get started. Furniture. Important information on furniture. Furniture must be installed, maintained, and used according to the manufacturer's instructions, cleanable, safely constructed and lead-free with no rough or sharp edges or loose parts, in good working condition and repair with no holes or tears, and stable or anchored. Table space. A school-age center must provide age-appropriate table space and seating for all children. Children may need to rest. A school-age center must provide a safe, washable cot or rest mat for any child who wants to rest, and for a child that needs to be isolated due to illness. Cots and mats must be cleaned and sanitized when soiled and before use by another child. Each mat used for napping must be covered with a durable, washable, waterproof, form-fitting material, at least 1 inch thick, and free of rips, tears, or tape. Storage space. A school-age center must provide storage space for each child's clothing and personal possessions. There are many different options for providing individual storage space for children. Please reach out to your licensing specialist with any questions or to request support. A school-age center must provide storage space for teaching equipment and records and files. A school-age center must provide storage space for cleaning equipment and supplies. Rules on storing items safely. A school-age center must ensure that all toxic or potentially dangerous items, such as cleaning supplies and equipment, poisonous and toxic materials, and flammable and corrosive materials, are stored in a manner that prevents use or access by children. Personal items belonging to staff members must be stored according to applicable rules. This includes purses or bags that may contain items that must not be accessible to children. For additional information on safely storing items of potential danger to children, please see video 9. Play materials. General requirements. Play materials and equipment must be appropriate to the developmental needs, interests, and abilities of the children, sturdy and free of sharp points or corners, splinters, protruding nails or bolts, loose or rusty parts, or paint that contains lead or other toxic materials. Have smooth, non-porous surfaces or washable fabric surfaces that are easy to clean and sanitize or disposable, in good condition, and easily accessible to the children. A new rule around indoor climbing equipment. A School-age center must provide a shock-absorbing floor surface under indoor climbing equipment and platforms that are over 18 inches in height that will effectively cushion the fall of a child. Quantity and variety of play materials. A school-age center must offer a quantity and variety of play materials, for example, toys, books, and games, for each age group that prevents competition for popular items, provides a variety of choices to each child, provides a balance of active and quiet activities and individual and group activities, and meets the developmental needs of each group of children. Safety first. If engaged in activities that include a tool that could pose a safety risk, staff must first instruct children in the tool's proper use, and safety measures for that tool must be included with the instruction. This includes, but is not limited to, the following: an iron, a glue gun, or any woodworking tools. Additionally, a staff person must be actively engaged with the activity to reduce the risk of injury. Inclusive play materials. A school-age center must provide culturally and racially diverse learning opportunities within the center's curriculum, activities, and materials that represent all children, families, and staff. Materials that support diversity include, but are not limited to, diverse dolls, books, pictures, games, or materials that do not reinforce stereotypes, diverse music from many cultures in children's primary languages, and a balance of different ethnic and cultural groups, ages, abilities, family styles, and genders. Assess and reassess. A school-age center must actively reflect on the learning opportunities provided in the program to broaden cultural understanding and representation of the cultural backgrounds of children in the program. The Office of Child Care has created a tool to help support programs in assessing and reassessing their program. It is called the School-age Center Self-Assessment Tool. You can find it on the ELD website under Childcare Rules Resources, or you can request it from your licensing specialist. Outdoor space. Outdoor area. A school-age center must provide an outdoor play area that children can reach safely. Alternate outdoor play areas. If the outdoor play area is not connected to or in direct control of the school-age center, such as a public park, the center must have a written plan approved by the Office of Child Care that describes how the center will maintain the safety of the children in care. The Office of Child Care has a support tool for creating a plan for an alternate play area. It is called School-age Center Alternate Play Area Safety Plan. It is also available on our website, or you can ask your licensing specialist for a copy. An example of this form is coming up in a couple of slides. Alternate outdoor play area written plan requirements. The written plan must include the following: distance the alternate outdoor play area is located from the center, detailed description of how the children will reach the alternate area, neighborhood and outdoor play area circumstances, hazards, and risks, availability of appropriate equipment with fall zones and protective surfacing, verification that parents have been made aware that their children will be using an alternate outdoor play area and its location, safeguards the center will be taking to ensure children are properly supervised while traveling to and using the space, nature of other activities and persons who may be sharing the space, availability of restroom facilities, and ability to obtain assistance if needed when injury or illness occurs. This is an example of an alternate outdoor play area safety plan. This form is available on our website, or please contact your licensing specialist who can provide you a copy. Keeping outdoor play areas clean. A school-age center must keep outdoor play areas free of litter, animal waste, solid waste, and refuse, ditches, or other conditions that could present a potential hazard. Usable exits. Unless the center's program is located within a public school building, any fenced outdoor play areas must have at least 2 exits. An entrance to the building may count as one exit. The additional exit must be away from the building. Use zone requirements. Unless the center's program is located within a public school building, a school-age center must ensure that use zones in which a child falling or exiting from play equipment are a minimum of 6 feet of clearance from walkways, buildings, and the external perimeter of equipment, free of obstacles other than the equipment itself that a child could run into or fall on, arranged to prevent hazards from conflicting activities, and extended at least 3 feet in all directions from the equipment perimeter unless the fall potential in that direction is minimal, such as play equipment with guardrails or barriers or the sides of swings. Use zone requirements for single axis swings. These are swings that move forward and backward only. The use zone must extend a minimum distance that is twice the vertical distance from the pivot point down to the protective surface out from the front and rear of the swing's midpoint. Use zone requirements for multi-axis swings. These are swings such as a tire swing that moves in a circle. The use zone must extend 6 feet plus the distance of the height of the top of the swing set to the bottom on the swing seat in every direction from the midpoint of the swing. Also, the required clearance between the fully extended tire swing seat and the support structure of the swing must be at least 30 inches. Protective surfacing requirements. Unless a center's program is located within a public school building or uses a public school facility play area, a school-age center must always maintain protective surfacing in use zones under all outdoor equipment that are 18 inches or higher in height. Protective surfacing requirements. Acceptable materials include wood mulch, double shredded bark mulch, shredded or recycled rubber, uniform wood chips, sand, pea gravel, or rubber mats manufactured for such use. The minimum depth of loose fill materials is 9 inches if the play equipment is more than 18 inches in height. This is the same as in Certified Center rule. Loose fill materials must remain loose and not compacted at the required depth by replacing, leveling, or raking whenever needed. Additional outdoor play area requirements. A school-age center must securely anchor any non-portable piece of climbing or swinging equipment according to manufacturer's instructions. A school-age center must provide a shaded area accessible to children in the outdoor play areas. Shade may be provided by trees, buildings, or shade structures. The play equipment is arranged to allow for an open, continuous, uninterrupted, and unobstructed area. Trampolines other than rebounders are prohibited. Rebounders are permitted only when used according to manufacturer's instructions. Inflatable equipment such as bounce houses, moonwalkers, and giant slides are permitted when used according to manufacturer's instructions. Staff must be physically positioned to respond if needed. A school age center must provide outdoor gross motor equipment that addresses a variety of skills. For example, climbing, balancing, throwing, catching, pedaling, and steering. A school age center must ensure each child using a bicycle, scooter, skateboard, or skates on the premises is wearing a helmet, whether indoors or outdoors. Thank you for watching. You can now move on to video 11 in the series.